Evening, everybody. How are we? Welcome. Easter Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. Hope you all had a cracking Easter. Hope it has gone wonderful. We've already had talk of eggs in the chat. I hope you enjoyed the new picture, by the way. We've got new headshots. Got some headshots in Insomnia, so we've changed things up a tiny little bit. On the stream, we'll be tweaking some bits and bobs as we go through. But there's the new Holden screen. The new Holden screen, it has a new picture there. And then the end screen's got a new picture as well. On Twitch as well, there's a brand new sort of banner and a new sort of like logo and stuff. So, yeah, we're getting there slowly. Speaking of other places we are getting slowly, potentially the title race. League One, Huddersfield Town currently sat second position. We are 2 points behind Oxford. There's 15 games to go. Ooh, it's going to be close, isn't it? It's going to be close. Should we go and have a little nose and see just how close it's going to get? I think we probably should, shouldn't we? Evening to everybody. Hope you're all well. In comes Wilco, by the way. Fat Nigel's in. Barton's in. Devil Always is here. The Arsenal, A15. Franco's in. Oh, welcome to everyone. Keeney as well, of course. And, of course, everyone else who's lurking off in the background. You're more than welcome, of course. Welcome in. Hope you had a cracking time. This is where we are. This is the British Steel Challenge coming towards the end of Season 13. Guzzle's in as well. Welcome, Guzzle. How are you, pal? We are, of course, as I say, currently sat there. There we go. 56 points from 31 games. Oxford, 58 points from 31 games. Then Rotherham, Wimbledon, Colchester, all on 54. 52 from Millwall, 51 from Chesterfield, 49 from Bolton, Gillingham and Salford. They still could make the playoffs, to be honest, for a push. It's going to be tight, but look at this. This is our form over the season. We've not, we have had a sort of a bit of moment where it's like, right, we're out of the we've not really dropped below sixth place, to be honest. Well, the first couple of games, we're up there or thereabouts. We're expected to be in the hunt, of course we are. So let's basically try and work out what we can do between now and the end of the season. Can we finish the season tonight? Don't know. Might be a bit of a push, to be honest. Might end up rolling into maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. But this is how we looked. We finished Saturday's stream with wins against Blackpool, Portsmouth, Stockport, drew against Hull, drew against Bolton, beat Carlisle. Look at that. Getting some goals, playing well. Fixtures going our way, to be honest. And then, of course, we've got Millwall now away, we've got Wigan away, we've got Salford at home, Wimbledon, then Lincoln, Stockport, Bradford. These are games we need to win. The big one there against Oxford. 15 games in one night, never. We're never going to do that, ever. Mako, welcome in, appreciate the follow. Like the Moon's in with a 4-month sub as well. Thank you very, very much for that. Much appreciated. My contribution to the next footballer book. Well, we'll have to get one. Won't we? Shrewsbury, Gillingham, Colchester finish the season at home to West Brom. Let's get into it, shall we? Speaking of, so already, right, we're saying, that we've said all season, Paul Ward, he's not really a goal scorer, is he? We're now at the point where we have to pay him a goal bonus. He's got 15 he's got 14 goals in the league in 20 games. So somehow he is scoring. He's got an XG of 12. 4 man of the matches. He is starting to find the net a little bit, but it's taken a while, hasn't it? It's taken a while to get to this stage where he is starting to get us some goals. But hey, we've spent some money. Transfer window closes in a couple of hours. I don't think we should be doing much more business unless there's like a chance of getting some loans in or something from the Premier League. But realistically, the squad we've got is pretty good now. I think it's probably as good as it's going to be in this sort of time. Ethan Laird's contract has been terminated. We have, of course, got Crimin. That is a good point. I was about to show everyone who maybe wasn't here on Saturday. We have brought some new players in. So this is what we've done in January. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in January. Talk about trying to buy into the title, to be honest. Koichi Shujimoto has come in as a fullback. Brought him in from Millwall. We looked at him in the summer. We've managed to actually get him locked in now. He cost pennies, to be honest. 300 grand? Get him in there. Bit of cover for both right back and left back position. Relatively quick, decent anticipation, good decision making, good teamwork. There you go, 16 for teamwork. Work rate's pretty good as well. So, get him in there. Likes to switch the ball to the wide areas, so that's quite handy for us. Gets forward if he can. We have, of course, got Jake Crimin, a man who scored a load of goals at his previous club. Look at that, 10 goals in 17 games. For Wigan, he got 8 in 18. In fact, he scored 2 for us already this season. 2 in 2 games. Jake Crimmin comes in again, 375 grand. Not bad at all, we think. Redeem the line, get one in already. Right, page 189 from Light the Moon. Let's pull the book out, because of course we are going to have to do it. Nige, my scout in the TJ Alternative Universe, is dead keen on Paul Ward. I think I might have to sack him. I mean, I think Ward's he's a player, man. He's a player. This is an interesting thing, though. Jake Batty is back. We sold him in the summer for £5.5 million. We bought him back for £3.5 million. Acceleration 16, agility 17. He can cross the ball. He's determined. Concentration's pretty high. Hey, look, we left him. Like, you know, he's come back. 29 years old. Could he be the piece in the puzzle? Don't know. Hope so. Kieran Bevan, 50 grand. If he works, he works. If he doesn't, he doesn't. 22 years old, 6'3". He's clearly a bit of an extra body there. Jamal Baptiste, however, has come in and become the ball-playing defender we never had. So we brought him in from Watford, £1.2 million, I think. Seems to be playing all right so far. Looks fairly handy, 16 for positioning, passing's good, vision's good, marks opponents tightly. That's what we like, isn't it, really? And then we also brought Harry Coates, who's sort of going to become the cover for Dempsey, to be honest. A 6'5", anchorman, halfback, jumping reach of 17. Basically, we're hoping nothing gets past him. That's where we are. Renford's gone out on loan. Travis has unfortunately gone to Burnley, £4.1 million. So that's a fair bit of cash coming in. Dallison was never really playing, so we sent him off to Wrexham. And obviously, as you know, at the start of the transfer window, Sorry Aipo went to Juventus. So interesting. Right. So overall, £16 million out, £12 million back in. Net spend of £4 million. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got 189. Let's see where we are. Here's where we go. Let's just pause this 2 seconds. Though the players mostly ignored it, the criticism did start to eat away at the coaching staff. They didn't like being told that counter-attacking was the wrong style, especially when United and Arsenal were also using that tactic to great effect. I couldn't have cared less what people were saying, but the manager did start to take offence. But nobody at Liverpool was concerned with tactical debates when we boarded an open-top bus for a victory parade through the city. When we set off from our training ground at Melwood, the streets were lined 4 or 5 deep, which was exciting enough in itself, but then when we hit the Albert Dock and we had to edge our way through an ocean of bodies, I've never seen anything like it. We've read this bit before. One of the people I was most pleased for was our chairman, David Moores, who travels with us on the bus to and from games and is a real supporter, yet doesn't interfere one bit. Everybody I've ever played with at Liverpool was past comment on David Moores. They all say what a great chairman he is. He's a supporter who just loves the club. He's not in it for the business or the money. He just wants Liverpool to do well. I've never heard a bad word about him. Parade organisers announced later that there were hundreds of thousands of people on those streets. We toured for 2 hours. There was the odd quiet patch, but in the area where fans had congregated, we were stunned by the weight of bodies. From the parade, we went straight to our end-of-season party. It was a long and happy day. On a personal level, the joys of 2001 continued through the summer into another big match in Germany and a poll to determine the European Footballer of the Year. So, once again, Michael Owen making it all about him. That's what he does, isn't it? That's what he does. Loved it so much he sold it. Yeah, we have had that page, Mariner, yeah, unfortunately. So, right. I don't think we need to be bringing anybody in at this point. Okay, I think we're fairly handy. I'm tempted to just decline the transfer window bit, because if we bring any more players in, it's just going to unbalance stuff. Like, do we need anyone else in the squad at this point? From what you remember, do we need any positions? Can't wait to see Shields in the game next year. Yes, exactly, Mariners. 100%. Oh, Super Kevs. Mariners Army. Up the South Shields. I don't really think we need to bring anybody else in at this point. I'm tempted to say we have enough. I'm tempted to say we have enough. was crazy. 1,500 at Shields for an away game. Loved it. You know what? That's brilliant. That is amazing. Steve Jones there, down there. Oh, Mush, double XL in with the Prime. Appreciate that, Mush. Very kind indeed. Of course, if you are looking for a Prime sub, that's how you do it right there. Link your Amazon Prime to your Twitch, and then you do get a free sub. If, of course, you subscribe to Amazon. Phil de Stetcher, hola, welcome in. Hope you're well, Phil. Nice to see you. Also, as well, if you do subscribe, make sure you link your Twitch to Discord, because then you end up in the subscribers area, which is obviously a little secret area where all the subscribers can talk, which is quite cool, to be honest. So come and hang out there if you wish. We are indeed talking South Shields. I think 10 years ago, Shields were in the 10th tier. Scunthorpe were in the Championship. We're playing in the same tier next year. So that's what stuff dreams are made of, isn't it? That's the thing. With more than Chelsea sitting in the chairman's box every game. We haven't. We're not quite at that level yet, Nige. Not quite yet. Got quite a big squad, but not that level. But yeah, slowly. See what we got. Anyone else trying to come in? Congreve, Bevan. We'll wait and see what happens there. No bids for Congreve yet. Okay, fair enough. We'll just have to go through, to be honest. Dan FM just promoted to the Premier League with Lowestoft. Congratulations. After all I did for the owner who came at the start of the season wants to name the new stadium after him. I mean, that's what happens. You can't get the stadium named after yourself, innit? It does anger you a little bit. You're like, everything I've done, and then like they're going to name the stadium after somebody else. It's like, it's not right, is it? Ian Vakama, welcome in. Hope you're well. Yes, we've heard the. Is it James Corden? Is that who they're talking about? A15. That's who's apparently advising Chelsea's Ted Bolly. It's a West Ham fan and all-round general knobhead, James Corden, by all accounts. I'm not really very happy you're a Scunthorpe fan. Sorry to hear that, Vakama. But you know what? Hey, look, everyone's got to be a Scunthorpe fan. No, do it, man. That's what it's all about. As long as it's your local team, that's the thing. Like if you've like sort of hunted Scunthorpe out, then that's a bit interesting. That's like figured that we'd go and find Scunthorpe. That'll be the team. That's different. Corden told the owner to go for Lampard. I mean, the weird thing is, you can almost understand why Lampard went. Don't really know how I ended up here, but here I am. Like, you can almost understand why they've gone for Lampard, but at the same time, I also can't. Like, it's a one to get. It's not even a one to get the supporters back on side, because of the fact that he was clearly dreadful at Everton. So it's not like he's sort of coming in with really, really good form and being like, okay, yeah, let's get him in now because he's fantastic, and like you're worried that someone else is going to get him. He did badly. In comes Alistair. Look at that. 5 months in from Ali. Hope you're well, buddy. Appreciate the support. Very kind indeed. Shame I didn't get to see you this weekend at Insomnia. You were there on the Saturday. We were there on the Friday. We went on the Friday, mate. Did the FM show on the Friday. Freshest J's in the FM, as the rumours have heard. Well, yeah, man. That's what it's all about, right? Bought a couple of pairs of trainers today as well, and I've also got another pair turned up tomorrow. So, very, very happy about that. Very happy. You also follow Chelsea as well. You're in Sweden. Okay, fair enough. I'll let you off then. If you're in Sweden, that's fine. I'll let you off, Ali. Right? But I mean, this whole I'm in Sweden thing, not entirely sure that's really true, is it? Why bring a manager on an interim basis and been sacked before for underachieving? That's a good question. That's a very, very good question. And you know, it's a fair question. Why'd you bring him in? It's not the thing is, it's not like he's done very well either at Everton. Now, what they might do, and they were joking about this on the radio, what they could look at is that he could technically sort of almost pick up from where he left off, essentially. Like, he was sacked going into the knockout stage of the Champions League, and then Tuchel took over. So he's almost come back in at the point now where Chelsea are in the knockout stage of the Champions League, and he's coming back into it. But I mean, imagine, if you will, try and like sort of consider this. Like, imagine if Lampard actually does all right, and say, for example, he wins the Champions League. Okay, I'm not literally like speculating the biggest thing. Chelsea have got to consider hiring him at that point. Like, so it's a big gamble sticking him in right now. Like, because if it works in the short term, you then have to be like, right, is it worth the upheaval in the summer? I mean, am I right in thinking, though, that Lampard is probably the only Chelsea manager in history who's never been able to buy a player? Wasn't he there when it was the transfer embargo? So has he ever signed a player at Chelsea? Di Matteo did it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then went to Villa and obviously didn't work out. Oh, Lampard did buy players, did he? Okay, cool. Because I thought Lampard was the year that they couldn't do anyone, and they had to bring like Abraham back into the fold. They had to bring Tomori through. They had to who's the other lad that they had at Derby? After that, he spent, which ultimately cost him. Got you. That makes sense then. I don't know why I'm busy trying to like sort of offer advice on the Premier League. They're going, isn't this happening? And everyone's going, no, Tony, it didn't. No, you're making that up. Oh, okay. Fair enough. He brought players in. Ziyech. Ah, right, okay. Was that his sort of year group? Got you. Lampard did have the 2-year transfer ban. I thought that's what he was there for. Would not be easy to get a full-time manager and gives them the rest of the season to see who he wants. Maybe the full-time manager that they want isn't available or didn't want to come. Keeney, like, because I think we're obviously assuming that they went for Nagelsmann. They probably did. Nagelsmann probably, may have considered that he wants to sort of like hang out and start the new season afresh. Maybe that could be it. You've got then potential that they might want De Zerbi, who of course is not going to be allowed to go until the summer, at Brighton. The thing as well is that if a club's in a mess, the managers tend not to want to join when they're in a mess, because it doesn't look good for them, does it? Look at Potter joining Chelsea when he did. Like, it's not done great for Potter's rep. Doesn't make Potter a bad manager, of course. But in some of the knucklehead football fans, it will do. Then I'll be sitting going, "Oh yeah, Graham Potter's a terrible manager." That's a terrible goal, by the way. How's that gone in? It's gone in off Baptiste. Right. Okay. Ziyech should have it. Both Lampard signings. And Mendy as well. Feel sorry for Potter. I do as well, but then at the end of the day, he had to take it. You know what I mean? He had to take it. Like, the thing is, it's easy to say with hindsight, he was on to a really good thing with Brighton, and he was, and he would still be at Brighton if it wasn't for the whole Chelsea situation. But where Potter went was going to be an issue, because like, he was probably being lined up for England, but then Southgate stayed, so there's nothing that he wasn't going to get the England job. The Arsenal job's not going to come up because Arteta's sort of turned the corner now and looks like he's going to be a fairly solid appointment, and that they should be using Arteta for years to come. He's not going to go to Liverpool because he just doesn't fit the style. And Tottenham at the time didn't look like an option. So he went to Chelsea, which was the biggest option available to him. And why would you not? Why would you not? And it just didn't work. It just didn't work. We've done it on stream. Like it shows that it's realistic though. You can go to a job that on paper looks like a good idea, and it just collapses badly. Like, what the hell's going on here? It just happens. If Leicester stay up and like Potter at Leicester, I think it's the right size club for him. No, Potter's like, with all due respect, Potter is bigger than Leicester. There's the Dean Smith to Leicester, isn't it? That's the rumours. But the issue with Potter though is that where does he go now? That's the question. Where does he go? Because he's not going to get a top 6 job because they're not going to be there. Like, unless it's Tottenham. Unless Tottenham's the only one. Apparently Potter wants to manage Southampton. Okay, that'll be an interesting one. Has he got a connection with Southampton? Probably, possibly, because that would definitely make sense. Potter back to Brighton when De Zerbi leaves. Maybe, but I sort of think that Brighton have got better, haven't they? They've had to step up and play differently with Potter leaving. And De Zerbi's really brought them on. Who played for Southampton? Okay. Like, De Zerbi has really taken Brighton to the next level. And at that point, you're sort of going like, well, will Potter going back still have the same impact? Would it still work? But if the option's there for Potter to Southampton, if there's a connection there, then that could be an interesting one to look at. De Zerbi to Liverpool, Potter to Brighton. I don't know. I can't see it. Well, you need Klopp to move on first of all. We'll see him at Newcastle in the future. Seems like a fit. I mean, possibly. I mean, it looks very much like Eddie Howe was happy just to sort of be silenced about the owners. Is Potter the same sort of man who would just sort of like not say anything? Maybe. I mean, he's worked for some unscrupulous owners at Ostersund's, that's for certain. I don't know whether that's the play or not, but maybe. You can never tell. West Ham could be an option for him. You feel sorry for anyone that has to go to West Ham, don't you? Could see Potter at Palace next season. Unfashionable team like Brighton were right up his street. Potter at Palace would be great. I'd like that. Did he ever play for? He never played for Palace, did he? Potter will be on TV for 6 months. I don't think he will be. He's not really got, as horrible as it sounds, he's not really got the personality for TV, has he? Do you know what I mean? He doesn't strike me as a TV kind of pundit. And I think to say that taking an unfashionable Brighton, I'm not sure that's strictly true. Unfashionable, I suppose, is probably a bit of an interesting one. Sean Dyche did. What do you mean? What, Sean Dyche had a better personality? Yeah, Sean Dyche has a great personality. Like, I think Potter plays the nice guy too much, whereas Dyche is like very open to be like gives a bit of it, you know. So I don't know. I don't see Potter as a pundit personally. Maybe I'm missing something, but you're right. I mean, Michael Owen does it, so yeah. I guess that's the thing, isn't it? You know, anybody can be a pundit or be on TV. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be any good at it. Sean Dyche's got a great personality. Exactly. Yeah. Shout out to Burnley, by the way, for getting promoted back to the Premier League. That's excellent work from company, and of course, as we say, South Shields as well, getting promoted. That's massive news. Massive news. Sunderland with a 4-4. Does he have a good personality but a TV pundit? I mean, yeah, you don't have to have one, I suppose. At the end of the day, like, he'll get another job, but the question is where, isn't it? I think there'll be a few clubs trying to take De Zerbi in the summer, but whether or not that'll be a thing or not, I don't know. Does that mean they'll be in the Vanarama North next season? I think it does, Jay. Yes, I think they do move up into that, so they'll be playable next season. BT and Sky Sports having a cull of their talent at the end of the season. Yeah, that makes sense. I think most contracts come to an end, don't they, in the summer? So they'll have a bit of a reshuffle. Most of them will stay as they are, and then there'll be somebody like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm Thierry Henry, for example. Oh, I know, I'm working in the MLS again. Oh, okay. Potentially a takeover, local investor. That's not going to bring in much money, is it? Sunderland's 4-4 was the most FM result of the Easter. Yes, it was. I haven't even seen the goals either. And it won today as well. Nice. De Zerbi leaving Brighton would be too soon. Maybe. I think so. I think he's very, very well thought of in the world of football, though, isn't he? Like, I think he could make Brighton something. That would be really, really interesting to see. And it's like everything, isn't it? Like, we would all love to see a manager stick with it and take the team to the next level. Like, we'd love to have seen Potter have another season at Brighton. Would it have been different? Right, what's De Zerbi going to do next season at Brighton? But at the end of the day, if someone offers you the opportunity to go to that next level and skip out the whole process of you doing it, then yeah, there is that, isn't it? Like, managers do tend to just jump at it, and understandably so. Same thing he did with Swansea to Brighton. Yeah, exactly. The jobs come up. I mean, look, here, for example, let's see what there is. Like, thankfully at the minute there's nothing for us to look at, but we're in a save now where we have to start looking at jobs just to move around. All these managers doing a journeyman save. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing there that jumps out at us right now that we need to be looking at. So I do wonder how long until Company's lured away from Burnley. Not too long, I'd imagine. Not too long. I think he'll be given at least next season in the Premiership. I don't think that no matter how, even if it goes badly, I don't think there will be any calls for Company to be sacked. I think Company, if Company was going to leave, that could be a thing, but I don't think that the board will be looking to sack him. And at that point, then after that, then I think it's, how long you're going to stay, sort of thing. You think he's the next City manager after Pep? Maybe. I think Pep leaves Burnley. Next job he gets is City. It's possible. It would make sense. But then there's also that thing of, well, maybe if someone like Luis Enrique is available, or there's like a bigger name manager available, then City aren't gonna just like go, we've promised it to Vincent Kompany. They'll be like, no, we're going to go for the big one. We're going to get the biggest manager in. And that's exactly what you should be doing. You shouldn't be risking it. Kompany said after the game was a 4-year project to get Burnley back in the Premier League. Oh, he's done it in one. You know what I mean? And yes, of course, 6-year contract means compensation. That's the thing. Only way Kompany leaves is go upwards. City on a stepping stone was top 6 club. Yeah, and I think that makes complete sense, and I think that works really nicely. That's how it should be as well. You've earned your right to progress, and see where he goes from there. Like, you can't be sitting there sort of going, right, well, there's no, he's not going to get an option anywhere else. Yeah, he will do. Like, if he does decent, wouldn't we not Spurs to come to Spurs? City clause, that's an interesting thing. Yes, that could be. Spurs appointed some City group people to key roles at the club. Have they? That's interesting. Also, like, let's not forget, there's going to be clubs like Everton who might be. I'm not sorry, no, Dyche is of course in there, isn't he? Like, I don't think he'll go for Palace. Depends on who comes up as well, doesn't it? Like, there's going to be sort of some teams that come up where it's like, right, maybe they don't get the rub of the green. Fulham, maybe it might come up at some point next season. Leeds and Potter. Do you reckon, Trek? That would be a weird mix, wouldn't it? Does Klopp stay at Liverpool? Good question. Go and follow Trek, by the way, if you're not already doing so, everyone. Big fans of Trek over here. Does Klopp stay at Liverpool? There's a question. There is a question. I mean, it's been what? How long has he been there? 7 years now? Is he going for 10? The question then is, like, who do they go for after that? He's been based in Yorkshire for a number of years. I mean, he can be. But the question is like, does he think that Leeds is a little bit too mad? Now, I know he's done Ostersund's Trek, and that was a bit mad, but I'm trying to sort of like think about this now. Potter to Leeds. I think if it wasn't for all the daft behind the scenes stuff, that's not actually a bad shout, The more I'm thinking, the more I'm starting to like sort of have a bit of a play around with it, going, actually, you know what? that's not too shabby. Could see it, like, because they could give him the kind of like Bielsa time, couldn't they? And they're not adverse to bringing in a whole load of backroom staff. Obviously, they're ran by the 49ers. They're used to having like a lot of coaching staff. But maybe the Trek could be onto something there, actually. Yeah, no, I don't think Liverpool's that Klopp. I can't imagine that. I think there'll be Klopp walking away. And at that point, I'm thinking, does he do one of these like waits till his contract's over? Is he going to start to get towards the Arsene Wenger stage where it's like he sort of outstays his welcome a little bit? He has to be criticised. He has to be criticised for the situation that Liverpool are in the same way that Wenger was getting criticised for the position that Arsenal found themselves in. And then it's going to be eventually someone has to go, this isn't good enough. And who's the one that says this isn't good enough? Klopp needs to do a rebuild. The players are burnt out. Yeah, but he burnt them out. That's the problem. That's the issue. He burnt them out. Because he only knows how to play one way, and that is to literally, I mean, you look at what happened to Dortmund after he left. Players were burnt out. Everyone knows this about him, sadly. He only has one way. Mainz, I don't know if it was the same at Mainz. I might be wrong. I don't want to say for definite, but impossible that Mainz was the same. Wenger and Klopp have left it too long for the rebuild. They also don't have the money for the rebuild. Let's be honest. Like, unless they sell to Qatar, they don't have the funds for a rebuild. Like, who are they going to bring money in from? Dreadful. We're going to make it 2-0. Like, you're not going to get the money that you want. Like, looking at the players that they've got, right? They're not going to get the money back on Van Dijk at all. Okay? They're not going to make too much money on Salah because isn't his contract out next season, I think? Yeah, Michael Owens at the start of the stream doesn't... Yeah, right, new rule, Michael Owens at the start of the stream does not happen anymore. Okay? Yeah, they're not going to get the money for Salah. Firmino's leaving on a free transfer. When you come on and see Zealand streaming, do you think, for fuck's sake, me? No, not at all. I've just got to do my own thing. You know, I've got to look after the people that I've got in my stream. I can't look at other creators and be like, oh, I can't stream because Zealand's on. Like, I've got to go with, like, we've created something over here. You know, we have to get on and do our thing. Only turned on Wenger when the fans stopped going. His last season was a game against Huddersfield, ironically. Only 20,000 turned up. Board couldn't ignore it. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? We have to stop the Michael Owen at the start of the stream because that could be what's the problem. TJ over Zealand is an easy choice. Bless you, Barton. Very kind. Oh, it's going to be 3 in it. Oof, should be. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm huge fan of Zealand's work. He's done some fantastic stuff. Brilliant creator. Has brought a lot of eyes up to the football manager space. So certainly can't take any of that away. But yeah, I've still got to look after my own thing and be like, right, you know what? Yes, Zealand's away doing whatever, he's got 1,800 or whatever in, but you know, that's like saying, oh, you know, do you not bother playing your game when Man United are on the telly? Like, well, we have to still play our fixture, don't we? Totally different community. Yeah, exactly. Stop the stream, restart in 5 minutes, no Michael Owen. I blame the new pictures. As well. Although we are only still 2 points behind Oxford. So, will they attract the players if they don't get European football for next season? Who's that for? Liverpool? No, they won't. I mean, let's be honest. They're not getting Jude Bellingham, despite what they think. He's not going because they haven't got £120 million to spend on a player if they're not in the Champions League. It's not going to happen. Like, as I say, they can't get money back for Van Dijk. They're not going to get 80-odd million for Van Dijk. Like, who else? The problem is, who are they going to sell? Much appreciate the follow, very kind. Like, if we're being completely objective at this point, who is going to bring Liverpool money in? And I know that they managed to sell players for big money because somehow they managed to wangle deals like that. Like who's going to buy? Like, who can afford to buy Salah? Probably only Real Madrid. But would Real Madrid want Salah? No, not really. Like, who's going to buy Van Dijk? Nobody, maybe. Alisson and Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones, yeah. Like, do you know, like, Curtis Jones will get sold for like 25 million quid to fucking Swansea or something. Or Burnley will buy Curtis Jones for 20 million quid. Barcelona might want Salah, but I've got no money to get anything. You know, that's not going to happen. Like, you know, that's the problem they've got. That's the problem they've got. And they've now got to try and rebuild with no money. Do you know what I mean? Someone will take James Milner. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's no pounds added to the transfer key. Is Henderson out of contract? So there's another £0 added to the transfer kitty. Jota. I like Jota. Very good, but how much are you going to get for Jota? Didn't they pay something like 40 for him? For Oxlade-Chamberlain, you're looking at about 10 million because he's injured constantly. He's clearly off to West Ham. He looks like a West Ham player. Like, this is the problem. Like, this is a club that apparently is built on Moneyball principles, but there's just nobody who's got any resale value. Nobody. From what I can see, and if people think otherwise, then please tell me that there's please try and tell me that I'm wrong, but I can't see it. I can't see where they're going to make money on anybody they've bought. They did pay £40 million for the Ox, yeah. A terrible bit of business that was as well. I mean, if Salah goes to something like PSG maybe or something, then fine. But you're now relying on Newcastle buying players, and that's where you're at, innit? At that point. Paid £40 million for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alisson, Trent, Konate, Diaz, Nunez and Gakpo are the only ones that could get decent money for. Yeah. And they're the ones that they're going to sell. Newcastle might want Van Dijk. Maybe, yeah, there's your thing, innit? Liverpool took the eye of the ball, let the contract run down, not refresh the team. Yeah. I mean, whatever it was, Dan, it's not really the point. The point seems to be about what they've paid for Oxlade-Chamberlain is it's too much. There's no resale value. They were never going to get more money for Oxlade-Chamberlain than they've paid for. Like, he's had a whole stack of injuries as well, so you're not going to get that money back ever. It's dreadful, really, when you think about it in terms of business. You get good money for Van Dijk. Yeah, but you're probably not getting much more than 60. Is he over 30 now? I feel like he should be over 30. Plus, he's not the player he was. You know, he's good, but again, the game seems to change a little bit. I think I don't know whether he's not as comfortable with his partnerships or whatever, but he's not the world's greatest centre back, is he? Van Dijk 31, yeah. Klopp's relied upon his first 15 players rarely getting injured. Some managers do that. I do that a little bit as well on this. There's been some managers definitely have a first squad and go, right, that's them. But then second that they get injured, it's like, right, now what? You know, where's your plan B? Like, yes, you might get some money for Alisson, but if you sell Alisson, then what do you replace him with? And who's got £100 million for a goalkeeper? Like, who in the world of football right now needs or can afford Alisson? And that's sometimes where you've got to worry about it. It's like, yeah, he could be great. He could be, he is one of the best goalkeepers in the world, but who's got that sort of cash? The only teams who've got that sort of money are Premier League teams and Paris Saint-Germain. Are Paris Saint-Germain going to pay 100 million for him? Probably not, because they've got haven't they got what's he called? The Italian goalkeeper, Donnarumma. Yeah, so they've got him. And Man City aren't going to buy Alisson because they've got Ederson. So, and Newcastle aren't going to buy Alisson because they apparently have to try and comply with some sort of financial fair play. So there you go. There's the market closed already. Like, and they've got Nick Pope. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So here's where they are. Congratulations, by the way, you're on 7 consecutive promotions. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So well done for that. We're still hanging on. We might get promoted with Huddersfield, possibly. I feel like we should. I feel like we need to. Batty. Ball's played in, it's cleared away. Ball's out to Rogi. Goes back inside. It's not quite there. Look at this, see, this is all getting... I mean, Bolton have shot up now, haven't they? They were out here a couple of weeks ago. It's all getting very, very tense and tight at the top of the table. There's a lot of T's. There's a lot of alliteration there. Baptiste, Dempsey. Come on, boys, bring the ball forward. Baptiste, nice. Ward, that's a bit of space. Go on, Batty. Just, what are we doing? Why are we waiting? We've got hit early crosses on, and they're just waiting at the edge of the box. It's like it's the opposite of that. Really strange. The game's starting to jutter a little bit as well, which is not really helping. Grant out to Rogi. Back to Grant. Stacey. Rogi takes a bit of a kick. Back inside. And we're keeping the football fine, but again, it's that thing of doing something with it, isn't it? Batty, Dempsey. Batty, nicely moved. Oof. And Salford are up there as well, though. That's the problem. Gonna have to move that. Maybe they're waiting because they haven't got the vision to see the early cross. Maybe Nige, that could be it. That's a good point, actually. Maybe they're just being dicks. Wimbledon are now top of the league. Oxford have slipped. It's all to play for in this division, isn't it? Move the defensive line up. Hope it's not going to be a bad idea. I think it shouldn't be. I think it should be a thing. It should be better. But look, see, Salford's 56, Millwall 57, even Chesterfield 54, 55, sorry. Right, 2 up top time. Biggs is going to have to come off. Crimmon's going on. I heard the Oxford coach read a page of Michael Owen's book. Could be it. It's the only thing that would make sense, Arsenal. Nice tackle by Biggs. Ball's put, Ward nods it down. Rogi, it's offside. Yeah, I've taken the instructions off now. And just went, right, you guys just do what you want to do. No crossing, just go for it. So Kirk on as well, so Crimmin on, sorry. So 2 strikers now. Hughes up over the top. There's Crimmin away. He just needs to pull it back. Encourage him a bit. Grant inside the Baptiste. Dempsey. Hughes, Batty. Oh, he's gone round. Dempsey. Ward's through. Oh, good save. Ward's on a 6-5. He's just about got himself a little bit happier there. Rogi cross in, clear away, come in. Rogi Stacey's not in a good game either. Oh. I wonder whether I move my midfielders up a smidge. Are we sat too far deep? We're not really, because we're obviously sat high, but do you know what I mean? Like in terms of the game. We sat a notch too deep. Good ball through. Boyle. Batney. Trim in. Boyle, of all the people for it to fall to. Why has it fell to him? Right, Ward's not doing it. Let's bring Price on. Too tired, needs fresh legs. Yeah. True. These are the legs we've got, though, sadly. This is all we have. Go attack in the last 5 minutes. It's either going to be the best idea or the worst idea. I think we all know what it's going to be, don't we? Ball away, come on. Don't want that ball drop to one of their players. Whatever you do. Harrison Rogie picks it up now. Price inside. Crimmin, Harrison. Ball's away. Price is chasing it. Brings it down. Crimmin's header. Just not quite enough. Look at this. We're slipping over that sixth now. Oof. Give him a bit more encouragement, I think. Boyle, Crimmin. Not the man I was expecting to score, to be honest. But what a header. Great ball from Crimmin. Crimmin brought in to score goals, but sometimes you need them just to create as well. What a header. Excellent stuff. Just quickly knock this back round. Change it up before we even look to concede straight away. Nice ball in. Can bring another player on actually. I'm tempted to bring Dempsey off and put Coates on. This is someone a bit fresher in that midfield. Crimmin, back inside Rogie, Boyle, back here with the effort. Coates on. As a half-back, DLP. Big time win, keeps us 1 point behind Bolton and Wimbledon. I say big time win, the final whistle's not gone yet. Baptiste, there's Price. There we go. That's what we need. Big 3 points. Big 3 points. Start counting those fixtures down now. Problem is, we now need to get that rotation on, don't we? You know? We play Wimbledon next. Oh, God. Play the league leaders. Is it time to give everyone a rest, do you reckon? Would you rest the first team at this point? I think we probably should, shouldn't we? How do you select them all and then say, right, rest? Rest for 3 days, I think. Next game's in 6 days, so rest them for 3. Time to get their feet up, cool down, have a massage, all that sort of stuff. Like, nothing silly. What I might do with the trainer is I might move everything back, so put rest on there for recovery, and then put match tactics, teamwork. Tell them not to go out drinking with Michael Owen there. Set piece delivery, let's do that. Give him a couple of recovery sessions. That's what we need, isn't it? Trouble is, though, if we do, actually, what we could do is if we could give them Michael Owen's book, and then that would probably put them to sleep. You know what I mean? So Dungannon manager's been sacked. They'll be well rested after being out near Michael Owen. Yeah, exactly. See, Arsenal, there you go. We're on the same wavelength here. Right, what are we thinking then? Home to Wimbledon. George HTFC, welcome in. Nice to see you, hope you're well. Teamwork attribute will take a knock. What for reading Michael Owen's book? Really? Or because we've had a week off? This is the big one though, isn't it? We need this. We need this game against Wimbledon. True, as we've just proved, it takes 2 games to wake up after Michael Owen. Right, well, we're awake now. We're awake. Reese is in, by the way, giving away gifted subs. Kyle Gavin's got one. Appreciate you, Reese. Very kind indeed. Hope you're well. Thank you for that. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Very kind for gifting there, Reese. Very kind indeed. Glad to see you doing well. So Wimbledon are first, Lincoln 23rd, Stockport 24th. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably the hardest set of fixtures we've had. This is the worst fixtures in the world. Top of the table and the 2 teams who are bottom. I have a feeling we're going to beat Wimbledon and struggle in the next 2 games. That feels like what's going to happen, right? Tell you what, let's take Stacey off for Harrison. Boyle can probably just about do it. Ward, I think, might need to come out for Crimin. Pressing forward. Is it a title running? Sort of, Mui, yeah. We've somehow slid into the title race. George, hello mate, I'm new on here. What's going on the save? Town in League One? Yes. So what we are doing, George, we are doing a British Steel Challenge. So we're trying to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Huddersfield have slipped slightly. We've taken over when they're in League One. We have plans to bring them back to the Championship, hopefully this season. But the overall plan of the save is to go out and win everything. So essentially, we might end up leaving at the end of the season if we get what we need to get done. So even Skik Ardrew, how are you, man? Pleasure having you back in. Lovely to see you as always. Happy birthday for the day, by the way. It's hope you had a good day. Arsenal has Mrs. J these days. Feeling any better? And separately, has she recovered from bongos? Yeah. So the 3 separate questions there. Yes, she's very well. Yes, she's recovered, and yes, she has recovered from bongos. So she had a great time. She loved it. She was just like, "It's fucking great." And I was like, "Yeah, I figured that'd be your sort of thing." What inspired me to take the challenge on? Asked Moore. I'm a glutton for punishment, really. I like doing low league saves. I like doing sort of there you go. That's much easier. Yeah, I like doing low league management, non-league management, and I hate the Premier League. Essentially, I hate all the Premier League teams. I don't want to manage in there, but I know I've got to eventually. And I thought, let's have a quick look around. Here's Rogi, ball's back, Biggs off the other side of the ball. I was like, right, let's see if we can get a challenge that could be quite interesting. And I've seen this one. I've never done it before. So we'll have a look. I haven't finished it yet either, so there's a chance we might not get it done, but I think we will eventually. But it's going to take all of FM23, I think. Wine by the pint, what's not to complain about? Exactly. Big fan of a pint of wine. Hope Huddersfield's going well. I just got done with a very inconsistent League 2 campaign with Croydon. I mean, yeah, the thing is though, would you, like, you're seven back-to-back promotions, man. Like, irrespective of how sort of stressful that can be, that's still 7 back-to-back promotions. You're still doing pretty decent, aren't you? We're doing all right with Huddersfield. I think it's great ball in, Biggs with a goal, and it's Batty with the assist. That is. We'll finish it all except the pizza cup. Oh, could you imagine? Batty, £3 million worth of assist right there. That's why we brought him back home. Smashes that one in. Where's that going to move us up to? Surely that's got to switch us around in the league. We can't slip. Moves us top. This is how tight the whole thing is. We've gone from 6th to top after 20 minutes. Here's Biggs through again. Trimming. Needed to score that. This is going to be the wire this season, I reckon. This is a proper run-in. What's going to happen first? Completing the Brave Steel challenge, or the workman giving you a shot on their digger? Penalty ref, come on. Apparently not. Boyle, Hughes. Boyle. Harrison, have a go. Yeah, they're not going to let me have a go on the digger, are they? To be honest. They're definitely not going to let me do that. Start with FM page of focus on the Bosnian League and FM. Nice. Next step is getting followers into it. Need to find a way to get to them. You do indeed. Aidan, I would just ping it via Twitter, man. Just get it all there. Like Facebook forums and that as well. Just dive in on it. No, don't put the link in the Discord. We don't do self-promotion in the Discord. I appreciate the idea, but I can't keep doing it, unfortunately, because then then it'll be like the first one we do, then like everyone else will want to do it. So I took it off. Do not say that's a penalty. Excellent save. Will let me pro it? No, unfortunately, no. We've taken the self-promote off. What I'll do is I'll send you a place where you can do it, and bung it in some other self-promote areas, other Discords in there. But yeah, I had to take it off ours because we had, and the problem is, it's like it ruins it for people who are in the community building stuff. But when you get a self-promote area in a Discord, it just gets spammed full of people who just jump in, and all they do is post their link, and that's it. They don't interact with the community or anything. They don't sort of interact with the Discord and the people within it. So because of that, I just go, you know what? Like, let's just get rid. It's a bit. It's unfair on people who make decent stuff. If you want to ping me the DM now, and I'll pop it in the chat here. If it's there, we'll do it here. But as I say, yeah, unfortunately, the Discord's been ruined by other people, sadly. So, but yeah, if you've got people who you want to send it to, then ping it about. Nigel, pick it up. I'll be interested to have a little read as well. The Balkans might be the challenge for next year. You know, I do think it could be the one. Rogi picks it up. Go on, Rogi. Oxford have obviously taken the lead, have they? They go back to the top. Dempsey, Baptiste. I think this little rest seems to have helped players for the first 60 minutes. Everyone's relatively fresh. Nicely cleared. Crimmin, Biggs, Dempsey. Right, Crimmin's on a 6-4. So I think it's time. The Iron Challenge will be great for next year. Is that the? Would that be the Russian one? Is it? Challenging the Balkans to find clubs that have a nicer supporters than Lazio. Well, shouldn't be too difficult, right? It's going to be quite difficult. There's a lot of teams that have horrible supporters, and Lazio are, of course, one of them. Yeah, I'd like to be able to find yeah, that would be good. Like the Balkans one could be fun, to be honest, because there's some. It'll be Wonder Kid Central. But he's injured now. Look at the United players, City playing out of someone's team. So look at the United City playing out of someone. What in terms of what? Sorry, Zar. In terms of how they behave. I mean, that's the problem. That is the problem. Like, you know, they built this Europe as being like sort of Tony Jameson's morally good adventure, but you know, if they're going to go to countries that have got problems, then we're gonna struggle. Actually taken down by Ward. Victor Orban founded the club. Okay. Alright, Rogi's giving the ball away and he's got himself sent off. Stupid tackle. What's he gonna done that for? Oh, Rogi. Didn't expect that from him, did we? He's a racist dictator and a homophobe. Oh, God. Brilliant. Oh, is that the one that Kev's playing at the minute? Yeah, we might have to do some work with this one. And try and work out where the line is. If you're in the Discord, by the way, and if you're subscribing, if you're a subscriber in the Discord, there is a channel for subscribers where we are debating this going forward for next season. So we are trying to plan it to see if we can do it. So maybe drop a subscription and then come and work out whether or not this is a challenge we can do. Oh no, not Perry. The former Oxford player. The player we tried to fucking sign as well. He wanted to go to Wimbledon because apparently they were playing better. Just nicked it. Typical, right? Yeah, we need to do some proper research on it, wouldn't we? Work out who's doable, but can't believe that. Damn you, Rogi. Sorry, Rogi, I have to call you out, I'm afraid, but 10 men. Evening, Carl. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Appreciate the new profile pic, love. Yeah, Insomnia was good, man. Insomnia was very, very good. We had a great time. It's nice to be invited, and hopefully we'll be back. Sure. Hopefully it's something that they enjoy and they think we can bring some value to. So if that's the situation, then hopefully we can get back. I think the next one's in September, I want to say. So whether we're there for the next one or not, I don't know. But let's at least try and get in the conversation. That's what I'm hoping for. So, but yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Shame that unfortunately we couldn't see everyone because we were there on the Friday. Everyone came on the Saturday, which is a bit of a shame. But it looked like everyone had a great time, to be honest. So that's the main thing, isn't it? And yes, I managed to get a few new photographs taken, so it's quite good. Friend of the stream, Jebru, was just like, right, I'll get you sorted out. I was like, yeah, let's do that. So I got ushered into a side room, and it was just like, get yourself some photos. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, let's do it. Right, so overall, one all against Wimbledon's not the worst thing in the world, is it? It's gutting because of how it happened, but we can sort of bounce back a little bit, right? I think we can sort of do that. We're gonna have to. We've got Lincoln and we've got Stockport next. And this is the one, in it. We need to try and power through these. And then Bradford who are 20th as well. So right, teams who are near the bottom. Just has to be 9 points essentially. There's no way around it. Has to be 9 points. Rogue is suspended, so Price comes in. Batty's injured. Fredo comes in. Switch some things around. John Grant can go on the bench actually. He can even go on first team. Hughes is tiring, so maybe time for Carnell. Dempsey's tiring, so it's going to have to be Coates. Boyle. We still don't really have a left-sided player, do we? Congreve, but of course he's not registered, so yeah, we've definitely got to go attacking. Of course we do, yeah. Got to make ourselves the dominant team. Let's push that defensive line higher as well. Ward's got to go on. Come on, lads. Let's have it. You've got the decent bench boys that don't normally get a chance. Well, we've got this one and we've got Stockport. So Stockport for the home game. Let's get some benches out there as well. Tactical familiarity as well, isn't it? So a few changes, and we'll make a few changes again against Stockport. Oh, great save! They're going to cut against the bottom teams, fire them out the door. Well, this is the thing, guys. Like, you know, if we get promoted, then what do? We spoke about leaving, didn't we? I guess we also spoke about leaving if we didn't get promoted. That was the thing. Well, right, actually, we can't stay if we don't get promoted. Look at that. They're right up against us. Okay. Sit back just a bit then, shall we? Someone try and close them down, maybe. Apparently we don't bother doing that. We've not even had a shot yet. 65% of the possession. We've not even had a shot. It's a mentality thing. It's absolutely a mentality thing. Like, the players just can't do it against lower clubs. It just doesn't work. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Right. Biggs, Boyle, straight at the keeper. If in doubt, blame Owen. Yeah. Just finished the Twitter page, all set. Nice. Good work. Good work. Just, I don't understand how he can be so bad. Ball needs to come off. You can play wide. That's the problem. There's no one really, is it? Ian Raggio, how are you, pal? Welcome in. Sorry I'm late, I had to go on an assessment. No, I did. Never apologise, Raggio. Never apologise at all. Hope you're good. Hope the assessment went well. As you can see, we're currently losing to second bottom. So we're in a title challenge of sorts, but some of the players don't quite seem to realise that. You know, a win could put us back up near the top, but it's all getting a little bit too tight and a little bit too silly. Didn't hit hard, as a good assessment, nice. Oh, great. Let's get hit on the counter attack, shall we? Good challenge, Grant. Right, let's see if this works hard or no. I've got no idea. I think we're just literally clicking buttons at this point now. Well punched away. And more, let's go attacking as well. Baptiste not having a good time, is he not? Right, fine. Biggs with a free kick straight at the keeper. How the Terriers doing tonight? Well, at the minute, the Terriers are not doing very well right now. I think we've won one, lost one, drawn one, about to lose the second one. We can't start the stream with Michael Owen chat anymore, Raggio. I think it just throws us off. It's a bad start to the stream. 2-0, isn't it? Oh, off the line. Well saved. Very well saved. Let's try and just do something. It's like... I can't believe we're losing to Lincoln. Like, at the same time I can though. It makes complete sense. Do you know what I mean? Harrison. Back for Crimin. Off the bar. Of course it hits the bar. Of course it does. Just gotta laugh. Just gotta laugh at this point and say, okay, fair enough. All out attacking. Demand more. Nothing's there. Fuck's sake. We're just giving the ball to nobody as well. What on earth are we thinking about? Chase them down then. Oh. This is just daft, isn't it? Just blow the whistle, Ref. What a fucking waste of time. Dreadful. 65% of possession as well. Like, 3 points behind now. Absolute shite, yeah, exactly. Absolute shite. There's nothing else you can say either about that. It is just literally shite. 1-0. Early doors, we couldn't break them down. We've said earlier on the stream about Klopp only having 15 players to pick from. I think we're in the same problem here, aren't we? We've made ourselves a bit of a rod for our own back here. Slipping precariously close as well. Zenk needs to be on the bench. Well, yeah, if he's fit, he can get on the bench. He's been out injured, hasn't he? That's the thing. Quick question, one thing on my mind. Can I download goals that players score? I think I'm making reels with goals. Reels seem like a great way to track followers. Yes, they can. Yeah, you can do that. You can save the goals. I'm sure you can. There's a little inbuilt editor, isn't there? So like you can save them straight to YouTube and stuff. So I'll definitely do that. Definitely do that. It's just C pluses on the jobs board. It's not looking great. Pick more and they can't do any worse. Yeah. But then again, as with all season, we sit there and we go, oh god, this is dreadful. Then we'll go on another run. Like we've done it before, we can do it again. Yeah. 2, 4, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. 1.5 hours to do 10 games. We ain't gonna get 10 games done tonight, but. We need to start looking at what might be happening next season as well. As the plan will be to leave Huddersfield, of course, as well. Evening, Zanko. How are you, pal? Welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope life's treating you good. What's happening in your world, buddy? Oh, Rogi's out with another 2 months. Another 2 weeks. Oh. Unbelievable. Yeah, Price is there. Zenk's going to have to come in for Boyle because, well, we need that. Boyle can go on the bench if he's not. Boyle doesn't even go on the bench. He's not making enough of a difference, to be honest. Biggs is doing fine, apparently. Ward can come back out for Grimmin. Actually, no. Lloyd Lewis can get the goals this time. yeah. To be fair, I said 2 months, then realised, oh no, it's only 2 weeks, but it feels like it's going to be 2 months, to be honest. Given how it's going. Rogi misbehaving, straight red card, Raggio. Straight red, went flying in, got himself sent off. Just Silly. Absolutely silly. Right. There we go. That'll be us. So 5-day handball tournament in Prague was crazy. Then I was proud of my team. Good. Glad to hear that. Zanko. Brimmy Smith, what have I missed? Do you even need to ask, Smith? Well, we have got ourselves into a situation where we should be battling promotion. We're the playoffs are very, very tight, Smithy. Very, very tight indeed. We have lost 2 games already tonight, and that might be too many. Possibly. We've just lost against second bottom of the league. We're now playing bottom of the table. We drew with a team that were top at the time. So look at that. We're now sat 6th. We started the stream, what, 3rd? Possibly? No, 2nd, I think, maybe. But still only 3 points separate 6th and 1st. So it's going to go to the wire. Once had Nicholas Anelka punch a ref in a charity shield, 3-month global ban. Seems like the sort of thing he'd do as well. I hate it, but we're going to go. This is coming together. What's happened there? What have I missed? Go 4-2-3-1. I hate the fact we're doing that. Hughes heads it to nobody. Stopping on the outside. Fucking bottom of the league teams again. Oh. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. At least we were playing and I won't bother to finish that sentence. Yeah. Call a team meeting after the game. I shouldn't have given the players a rest, should I? After the Wimbledon game. Why did I give the players a rest? Previously I've heard people say, give them a rest, rest their legs, get them ready for the next match, be grand. Rotate the team, that's what we need to do. Players come in, they're not sort of like, they're not desperate to make a name for themselves. It is a pretty rotated side, but even still, you'd think the players are good enough. You'd think they are. Zenk, Dempsey, Stacey, Price. Zenk picks it back up again. We're not even getting the rub of the green with the fouls. The tackles are going in and they're all perfectly timed tackles. Miles again gives the ball away. The team isn't deep or strong enough to rotate. No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It's like we've learned TJ's Klopp. Everyone else think the game fixes fixtures based on what you say to the press. No, I don't think so. But I think there's definitely an element of it. I think that the press do play a role in it, but I don't know. I sort of get what you mean, but I'm not sure it has as much of an impact. It does have some impact though. Even Zeep, how are you, pal? We're both through. I can't believe he's missed. Can't believe he's missed. How is Huddersfield? Zeep. Yeah. Yeah. It's going great. Having a brilliant time. It's just, we've hit that moment, Zeke, where it's like, just need to get them over the line. And as you can see, we're gonna, well, who knows what's going to happen. In fact, no, sorry, no, let's rephrase that. We know what's going to happen. Huddersfield's the new East 5. I don't know about that. I think it's definitely an underachievement, isn't it? It's like, it feels a bit like Portadown, where we probably should have done well, but we've just not been able to do it. You know, and we're stuck. Can't get any worse. Page 99. It's a bold claim. Oh, Crimmins pulled it wide. It's a bold claim to say it can't get worse. Maybe it can't. Maybe it can't get any worse. Maybe this is as bad as it gets. 1-0 down to bottom of the table. Literally, they are bottom of the table. I don't even know what to say. It's a mentality thing, isn't it? It has to be. Off the bar. Now Zenk's injured again. If Michael Owen is involved, it can only always get worse. Yeah. I'm worried if we're even going to see out the season at this rate. TNS available. Well, no, sadly, Zeke, that's the thing. It was available earlier on in the season, but it's not now. We could fail upwards. We could end up at the Championship. We could end up at the Championship. We could somehow end up in the Premier League. But water bottle's gone. It might not be the right idea, but water bottle thrown. We've got Oxford next in the next couple of nights as well. Even Sports Mad, how are you, pal? Give yourself a snack. Yeah. Well, we've got some Michael Owen to read now. That'll make everything better, won't it? I say there's much chance of me getting promoted with Luton than moving up. I mean, look. Overall, the issue is between the ears, isn't it? It's between the ears with these players. They're just not. They're not picking it up. Nothing's jumping out either. I'm sure we've already read page 99 as well. Let's have a look. Thing is, I can't always blame the team. I've got to take the blame. Ultimately, it's my fault. It's my fault. In a World Cup, yeah, I asked and I said yes. I'm not going to give you any context as to what this is about, to be honest. I asked and I said yes. Then I remember Alan Shearer stepping up. Bang! The man defies belief. To smack the ball in the top corner as often as he does tells you everything about his character. In a World Cup with that much stress, people don't realise how mind-blowing that is. And Shearer does it too consistently for it to be any kind of fluke. I also hit mine in the top corner, but more by luck than judgment. It could have gone anywhere for all I knew. To take a penalty, you need good finish and a decent pair of spuds, as we call them in the dressing room. Shearer must have the biggest in the world. As he walked back, mind you, I could see the relief in his eyes. He's a legend, no doubt about it, but even Shearer is capable of experiencing stress. I still don't know why, but I was laughing when I took my turn. Even now I look at it on TV and think, why am I laughing? The answer is that I was absolutely crapping myself. I asked Shearer, what shall I do? Where shall I put it? I can vividly remember him saying, just do what you normally do and stick it in the back of the effing net. Anywhere. To this day, I get butterflies thinking about that split second when I struck the ball. From the start, I was hoping I wasn't going to have to take one to keep us in the game. I've seen it. I've seen what it does to people when they miss. The hell they tumble into. My dread when extra time ended was being the final player on that pitch to miss. I remember noticing, though, their keeper went the right way every single time. It was only the quality of the strike that kept beating him. Paul Ince's was saved, but Ince wasn't the one who ended up taking the blame. You can play the game for 20 years and practice endlessly, but it's what you're thinking in the final moments before you let fly that dictates what you do. In my case, I was fixated with this notion that Rowe had gone to the right for Shearer, scored, Ince missed, and Merson scored. I decided I was going to have to pretend I was going one way, but then to shoot the other, which isn't the right way to approach the job. There you go. Michael Owen talking to us how to take a penalty. It's fucking dull, isn't it? I don't feel as though this is going to inspire Huddersfield too much, is it? Yes, it's a term for kahunas. Bollocks. Swansea's a possible. We're not going to go to MK Dons because they're not a real club. Burton Albion's quite an interesting one. But then again, they're coming down, aren't they? East Fife jobs available, going to become available shortly. Maybe go there. It's time for a wagon wheel, I think. Yeah, more water as well. Good shout. Yeah, Burton Albion training set was brilliant. Plus, of course, you've got someone like the Cult Lovers doing a great save with that, the DNA, based on the fact that they've got that set up. What's the household budget for wagon wheels? To be fair, this is still the first. This is like still there was the second pack in it. We had the one for the anniversary stream, and this is like a second pack. So Mrs. J might start asking for some money for it though. So let's keep our eyes peeled on the budget. Dungannon available again. Go back there. We've won 8 trophies out of 35 so far, near post flick. And this is season 13, so we're getting into the... Well, we had a couple of seasons where we haven't won anything, that's the problem. So, this is where we are. No trophies at East Fife, no trophies so far at Huddersfield, no trophies at Portadown. Everywhere else, though, we've had stuff. I feel like we haven't won for 5 years since Oxford. It has been a lot, that's the problem, isn't it? It has been a lot. But we've had fun, though. That's the thing. I was going to say it's not all about winning trophies, but it absolutely is. It absolutely is all about winning trophies in this save. There's no other point to it other than, yes, win trophies. It's been like buses, none and multiple at once. Yeah, exactly. It's just the way it is, to be honest. Like the teams that you get in, the teams that you sort of like take on it, you're either going to like sort of fly or struggle a little bit. And I think we're in a position now where we might get a bit of traction, a bit of movement, hopefully. But when it's going to be, we don't know. It's a blip. We can get Huddersfield back. If not, we move. I hope so. Next year we do British Fun, no trophies allowed. Oh, that's a good idea, Zar. I like that. British Fun sounds great. Someone needs to explain to me how that works, though. Starting the around North and South, trying the Champions League, don't win any domestic trophies. So literally avoid everything, but then just win the Champions League. That'd be pretty good. So we just quit if a trophy looks likely. That sounds a lot of fun, actually. That sounds like the sort of save we would end up doing. Just like, oh, I'm not winning this. This is too easy. Harrison, right? We need to beat Bradford, don't we? Local derby. Harrison, corner, please. Thank you. Harrison. It's in the corner. I'm glad, because otherwise it was a dreadful shot. How's that not gone in? How? Don't get it. I don't get it. If we slip out of the bloody playoffs here, I'm going to be really, really angry. Do a Brexit challenge, ban all non-British passport holders from playing in the English leagues and send them all to Rwanda. It's a bit harsh, that, Nigel. There's no Rwanda playable league. Can't do it. Can't do it. To be fair, I'd be tempted to do this again next season. We don't necessarily have to do the same team. The same teams, do we? Great ball at the top. There's Ward. Pulls it back. Price. So much space for Boyle. So much. Coates is on the yellow card as well. He's in for Dempsey, who's struggling for fitness. Price. Ball through. Get in. Ward with the goal. And now look at that, 1 point between all of us. I think this, but abroad, nice to build up a connection with teams you've never heard of. Yes, I agree with that. I think it'll be quite good fun. But now it's always trying to work out the right collection of nations. Are you fucking kidding me? Offside. Because you've got things like British tourists, Spain, Portugal, Greece. That's not a bad idea, actually. Scandinavian pine would probably be, wouldn't it? The Scandinavian League jumps out at me because, like, it is a good idea. And you have to do it Nordic, so you'd have to do like sort of Iceland and Finland as well. But the problem is, I think we've mentioned this before, that Norwegian and Swedish third divisions are like school teams essentially, like village teams. So you can get stuck in there for years. Like you think this is tiresome. Imagine that. Benidorm FC, Ibiza. Pack your bags, lads. We're off to Ibiza and Benidorm. That could be good. Expat Steel. Four corners 8 is a good challenge. Price has done it. Offside. They did ring us Bristol again, man. Both the same teams, no matter how much we tried. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Now. It's like we try and avoid it. I think ultimately you end up with a couple of similar teams, like it's like Wales, Italy, like the big teams. You kind of end up having to sort of like levitate towards again, regardless, which is probably the difficult part of this challenge because you kind of like go, all right, we have to go to TNS, we have to go to Celtic. It's like that's a bit shit. Linfield we had to go to. That's the only problem with this, I think, isn't it? Just over the top. Romania's worse than Norway's 8 or 10 lower divisions with the right chalk. Ooh. Have we ever done Australia? Not online, but we have done it. We did it as a monthly challenge on the Discord. I like it. That could be a hell of a thing, though, as part of the expat league, though. To all of a sudden have to put Australia in there as well. Hero to zero, start with the Premier League side and see how long you can take without being sacked. Or just try to like sort of take them down. I mean, people have tried that. It's quite tricky though. And also again, believe it or not, I'm not trying to be this bad. This is just actually how I am at the game. Great save by Rachel. Yeah, America. See, the thing with America though is that you've obviously got the draft system, and that's difficult to put on stream because I don't think people find it fun. So that is a concern because the Americans would be an interesting one, trying to get that. Like the league's great. I like MLS to be honest, but I think from a streaming experience, I think that this is maybe like sort of generalisation. I think that Europeans tend not to enjoy the MLS. I've kind of got to think of I've got to think of my viewers, I've got to think of you lot, like what do you want to watch? And if MLS isn't appealing, then MLS is not going to be an option, really. I like how we all got behind Indonesia. That was quite cool. Alfredo, great ball. Ward with a header. Tony tried that with Austin. yeah. 3 streams. That's pretty quick, to be honest, to get sacked in at 3 streams. Definitely MLS. I think MLS is for an offline save, to be honest. Be back, says Taka Tika. I hope so. Hipster Holy Grail win the league with Sao Paulo, Portland Timbers and Dulwich Hamlet. That's I quite like that. Venezia as well would be one, wouldn't it? But the expat steal could be a thing though. Do a homeward bound challenge from Singapore, but again, you got to start with Singapore though, innit? Like, you know, who wants to watch the Singaporean league in the UK? That's what you got to think as well. I know it sounds really cynical of me, but I've got to think on day one when the game comes out and everyone's wanting to watch. If I'm sat there and I load up, it says, right, here's Singapore. How many people are going to jump on that? Ourselves? Maybe. An update Nightbot. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. What is it? What's it just flashed up as? The update, is it? Or might be update or save. This is update. Sorry, I'm just trying to get there. There you go. Right, okay. Season 13, managing Huddersfield. English League One. This is the 7th club. There we go. Right, updated. 2-0 win as well. That's what's impressive. Get that done. Don't need to Champions League with these 5. This year we watched Banbridge. We did. That's a good point, actually. That's a good point. Benelux Steel. See, I thought was there like a Lowlands thing? Like, so like Belgium, Holland, Luxembourg. Would you end up, but then would you end up with like, I mean, obviously Switzerland and Austria aren't exactly Lowlands, are they? But this is all part of the Discord chat, though. If you're in the subscriber area, if you're subscribed to the channel, link your Twitch to Discord, and then you get in the subscriber bit. We can try and work this out, because I think we do need to try and think about this for next season. We've still got 30 odd weeks or whatever left until the new game comes out regardless, so we've got just about enough time to complete this challenge, I think. I hope Oxford next. Oxford drew 0-0. That's good. Currently drawing up some suggestions for a different challenge, aim to have some ideas by Friday. Look at that, Raju. Look at that. Look at this. This is what my community are about. You know what I mean? Beautiful people coming up with ideas, and I just had a few ideas in the chat as well, in the Discord as well. So thank you all, by the way, thank all of you for being part of it in the first place. To be honest, going like, yeah, you know what, this is the sort of thing that I fancy right now. Let's get involved. You know, and then tuning in every single night to be like, yeah, he's still here. He's still going. Still nowhere near. $600 games. Come FM23 saves sorted today. Scunthorpe getting relegated to the National North. Well, there you go. That's the thing. Get it straight there. Go, right. We're coming back. We're coming back. You're our kind of guy. Well, we're not doing this. We're doing the Mount Rushmore of biscuits. We did. Covered lots. We've covered lots of really important stuff here, haven't we? It'll just be fun with touring the chat, doing all different versions of the same challenge, a bit more competitive edge. Well, that's again. I love the fact that we put the save in the Discord, in the subscriber area as well. That people can then jump in and like sort of be, oh, you know what, yeah, let's take on and let's, you know, go from here. And where there's like a sort of moment where people can think about, do you want to take over? We leave that there, and then people can sort of have a little run around and play away. There's Bristol City have come back up again. decent concept for a save a few years ago. I got a mate to pick a colour. He chose yellow, and a manager club who had yellow as the main colour ended up being the manager of Brazil. Extremely hard challenge. That's quite similar to what Callum tried this year. Callum did a blue rip save, and he could only manage teams that wore blue, and he gave up on it very quickly because he found it very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. We tried doing the triple crown, but people wanted the rules changing. This is the problem, isn't it? It's when you start getting other people involved, that's when it's like, oh, but can I do it this way? Can I change this one, please? Thank you. Can I have some clarification? Oh, it's just a bit of fun. Like, that's when you start to get to the bit where it's like, oh, come on, everybody. Make it just a bit of fun. Right? Derby challenge with all the important derbies in the world. Just literally those games. Like, it doesn't matter what else you win during the season. Like, just, you can be crap all season, just literally win the derbies. Great idea. Even Leclosian, how are you, pal? Yeah, we're trying to get some ideas for next year. Because the thing is, I want to keep this sort of stuff going. I think this is great. Because we do like a bit of a challenge. We like a bit of grafting. You know, we don't want it easy. You know, things like build a nation we can't really do. Win the derby, then resign. Wenger's only managed teams that wore combined red and white. Can be done. It's a really good point. I've never thought of that before. It's got to be Aberdeen. Ooh. Starting employed with Sunday League experience. This can only apply to teams that begin with the letter A. You must win a trophy, resign, move to the next letter. I thought about the alphabet challenge. 33, yeah. The difficult thing with that is that you probably have to start with a team that begins with A, because otherwise you're then going to have to wait until a team with A appoints you. So that's difficult. That's certainly more challenging, I would say. Right, Rogi's back in the starting lineup, by the way, for the game against Oxford. Of course, he started his career at Oxford. Steel challenge is so easy, just win everything. No alternatives, no debates. Anyway, you can just win it all. Everything, all of it. Whole thing. Rogi, Crimmin, Boyle, good save. Create a new Aberdeen club and take in the top of Aberdeen football. Maybe I could just sort of go back and I have like a redemption save. So I have to manage Aberdeen, I have to manage Sunderland, I have to manage Sampdoria, I have to manage Arsenal. Do we class East Fife as I have to manage as well? They weren't that bad really, were they? Oh, it's nothing. East Fife again. East Fife technically wasn't that bad. We were on course to fix it. Huddersfield, yeah, we've not done anything. I don't want to manage Arsenal, Dan. Don't worry, I don't want to manage them. Got unfinished business in Fife. I mean, the job is possibly coming up again. Who's against it? who's against a trip to East Fife? Stacey Crimmin, he just needs to turn around, lay the ball off. So 4 points behind Colchester. East Fife wasn't technically that bad. I don't think it was that bad, Franco. I think that the season we left, we were starting to turn a corner. Whether it would have happened for the rest of the season or not, I don't know. But it certainly felt like we were improving. Maybe that's just blind faith on my behalf. You know, it could well be that. O'Reilly's off. They did improve after we left and before we came, yeah. Yes, okay, so we're the problem, basically, yeah. Everything seems better when you reminisce. That's fine. That's a good point. Yeah. We should do the rose tinted glasses challenge. Hughes. Oh yeah, that's what she said as well, actually. Biggs. We've got the owners potentially selling our club as well, Dan. The trouble we have is you just don't have time to turn teams around. You have to keep winning. I mean, yes, you're right. You're right. We could spend our time building teams up. The question is would everyone in the chat? We're in this long enough now. I think we've got a good core group of regulars. If it was the right team, I think that you would all give me a bit of time to turn the team around. I think if you saw there was the potential, you went, right, this is going to take 3 seasons, but we are staying and we are building something, I think you'd give me the time. But I think that we've looked at teams where the long term just doesn't seem like it's there. Like even with Huddersfield, if we get promoted, we all know that we can't win the championship straight away, so we're going to have to jump ship. But I think if we had a team like, for example, say Colwyn Bay, right, we went down the division, we'd be like, right, let's, I mean, look at Oxford. We stayed for a couple of seasons and we were all going, we should really go. And it was like, actually, no, we can stay. We can build something here. So we had 4 seasons at Oxford, 3.5. We built something. So we're not adverse to staying where we have to, but 3 seasons isn't long. I do feel we need a little bit more of a short-term focus. We need to jump into the TNS style mould and just win some stuff, basically. That's what we need. I mean, 1 season in Wales, bang a couple of trophies down there, and then come back somewhere else. Do the Pizza Cup challenge for next season. What would the Pizza Cup challenge for next season be, though, Franco? Huge 3 points. Huge 3 points. Oxford didn't even have a shot. Just win it. But normally we do win it, that's the problem. We normally do win it. TJ in. That was a huge win. Huge win. Moves us to within 2 points. Where have Bolton come? I mean, look at Bolton's trajectory this season. Flying. Colchester up and down. Ourselves there or thereabouts. That put us third, 2 points behind. It did indeed, Franco. 2 automatic promotion spots, remember, in this division. Yeah, so there's 3 bites of the cherry. Champions, runners-up, playoffs. It's got to be this season, surely. It can't not be, right? All to play for. The only thing about getting promoted this season, needing to come back for the Pizza Cup. I know. And I don't like the idea of winning it with the Premier League under 23s either. That's the problem. I'm too particular, aren't I? Keep my eyes peeled. Still marooned in Wales. Trying for 6 championship jobs. Not even got an interview yet. Oof. Sunderland in the championship. A man with high standards. I am. I'm an idiot, is what I am. I mean, look there. Tottenham versus Bolton in the in the Pizza Cup final. You know, Sunderland in the championship would be lovely. Beloved, Bolton have won the Pizza Cup. Would we be okay with that? Would we take Sunderland in the championship? Would we have that? Two-stream job decider. Yeah. Oh God, we had fun with that, didn't we? That was great. That was so much fun. But we genuinely, this is the thing, that we can't just jump into these things. We've got to think it through. Got to make sure we make the right decision. I ignore you all. I didn't technically ignore you all. Right? What happened was the discussion went along the lines of, here's a plan. Do you want to stay as you are? And we're like, yeah, stay as we are. Right. Could become squad planners who needs football matches. Yeah. Let's put Zenk on the bench. Ward can run the line. Actually, no, Cribben can. Yeah, Huddersfield or Sunderland would now make sense. All the picks for 50-50. Yeah, see, this is the thing. So no, it wasn't all my fault. There was an element of there was a lack of conviction in what we were doing. I wasn't massively sold. Bristol City, I still maintain we wouldn't be any trophies further forward by taking Bristol City. Yeah. That's the problem. We wouldn't have been any further forward. So what's played out has still just been fun regardless. I know Nigel's done well with Bristol on the save, but should have stayed at Oxford. Don't be doing that, Czar. How many times did I say we'll stay at Oxford? We're winning the title this year. But that would have been 5 years, 6 years maybe, in total. So, would people have let me stay 6 years? No, they wouldn't. I can't take a new club every season. Surely not. Jake Batty. It's not just about to ruin the rep, it would just be boring. Just constantly like trying to work out who these players are. You know? The planning streams are great. They're the fun ones. We sit and we get in our notepads out and that, and we do all that sort of stuff. But imagine trying to do that every single week, pretty much. Rubbish. Batty doing pretty decent there. Batty got us back in it. Planning paid off. Well, in a sense, I mean, you could argue that it also hasn't paid off. But I like the fact we sit and we do it, and we literally scribble everything through and go, right, this is how we're going to do this bit, this is how we're going to do this bit. It sort of like shows what we're about, right? It shows how seriously we're trying to take stuff. We're all in it together as well. Being like, right, yeah, good, we're on board with this sort of level of planning. For God's sake. New save idea, put a club on the manager with a fan ownership will tell you have to sign. No. No. I like the planning streams, they're a bit chill. They're so chill. They are. They're great, aren't they? They genuinely are fun. I can't believe we're about to concede again. Baptiste not getting anywhere near that. No idea. That's Harrison. He can't really do it, can he? Playing streams are a happier experience than the matches. Oh. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right, Arsenal. What a strike that is from Curran. Rogi tucks in the rebound off the underside of the bar. Good idea to take the strike. Gets involved. I watched streams before we do all the stuff. Stream, yeah. I don't get that bar. I don't get the fact that streamers do all the pre-season stuff off stream. It's like, why? Surely this is the whole point. You're building things together. Like, I've always said that we're in it, as a collective. So we make the team. We plan the tactic. We look at recruitment, all that sort of stuff. That's all. We all need to do that, because without it, it's just you watching me It's just you watching me lose. You need to get something out of it, right? But yeah, I've seen some streamers turn it all off and just do it behind closed doors, and I'm like, what are you doing behind closed doors? Why do you not want people to see this? Like, and I don't know whether it's because they don't have that kind of community, maybe, that are looking out for who are interested enough in seeing that sort of thing. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not something as sort of like sinister as that, but fiddling some Wonder Kids start-up style. Yeah. Not well. There's a blast from the past. There's a blast from the past. Yeah. So we're 4 points behind at this point. Great ball through. No. There's Batty. Oh, what a save. Definitely, I suspect. No names, cause no drama. Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. There's people in there who tweak stuff around behind the scenes. It's like, why would you bother? Ward. The thing is that, but transfer streams, they're the best streams. All the transfer bits, scouting players, building the tactics. I think that's where it's all fun. I don't understand why people would take that away from the viewers. But hey, each to their own, right? Ward, Rogie with built from the back. Good ball through. Crimmins! TJ ball in full flight. There we go. Bill from the back. Get the goal. That could be a huge goal. Rogie, what a pass through. Crimmins, he's been out signing, hasn't he? The Hawk gets another one. Rogie comes back with an 8 out of 10 performance. Ball launched up. Crimmins nods it down. Price gives it away to Batty. Nice challenge by Harrison. Crimmins out of Curran. Dinks it over. There's Rogie. I should have finished it. Ward. Price over the bar. People would like to see who's available to you, what the options are. Spend all night riding you for signing the wrong one. Yeah, yes, exactly, Nige. Because without the context of who you've not signed, who you've signed is irrelevant. You know? And you can't then, when it's going wrong, be like, oh yeah, why is it going on? It's like, well, we should have signed X, Y, and Z. They're the guys we saw in the, they're the ones that we turned down, or, God, I wish we'd gone in for that play, or that they've already gone somewhere else now. We need ammunition to mock. Exactly. And we always say, the reason that the chat mock is because they care. Because if they don't, and if you guys just did nothing, then I'm not doing my job. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing my job. Like I'm not getting you engaged. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, it's mocking is acceptance. It's like a very much a British thing, isn't it? Like taking the piss out of your mates, isn't it? That's what you do. I think that's what we have to do here. We need DJ Pedro. We'll always have DJ Pedro. That's the thing. To other people in the FM community, they've got no idea who DJ Pedro is or why he is. We know. Oh, we know what a ball that is. Rogie should have done better. If we did nothing, just sit here and watch you wagon wheels, that's not a good look for you or us. It's true, isn't it? It says a lot about you guys just sitting there going, oh, so how was TJ's stream? I just started watching him eat wagon wheels. Who doesn't want to watch a wagon wheel fueled transfer deadline day? Wouldn't deprive the viewers of that. Yeah. And I get the fact that some days we do have to just, sit and go, right, okay, there's going to be like 75 days until the next game, but you know what? I think we all have to watch that. We all have to watch it. Because who knows what's going to happen, because it might be really, really important and really useful information. Waiting for the dib-dabs to come back. Dib-dabs are not coming in at 11:30, that's for certain. Another wagon wheel. Should I have 2 wagon wheels? I could have 2 wagon wheels, couldn't I? Batty back inside. Rogie's obviously gone down injured, so Zenk's having to come on. Coates brought him on for Dempsey because Dempsey's been tiring as well. Zenk, Baptiste, look at that. Curran's in loads of space. Zenk, Coates. What's the highlight of the stream? Page 99. Kids are in bed, sit down, find the next DJ Pedro. Life could be worse. Second wagon wheel. Easter, innit? Go on, Zang. I knew there was a reason we signed him. We've not used him a great deal, but I was like, there's something in this guy. Judas did something in some story ages ago that allows you a second wagon wheel. Yeah. Right, how is the Bolton game happening? They're not even playing. Oxford are losing. Bolton have got a game in hand, that's the thing. That's because they played the Pizza Cup. Oh. Great bowling, great header. Who's not marking him? Nobody, apparently. Well, now we still do the Neil Warnock game. But the Neil Warnock challenge. And Carnell who's not marking him. I have to say Carnell. And Batty's there as well. Batty's not exactly tall, is he? So. Zara's confident we're going back up again. Plus 21 goal difference. That's a lot, isn't it? Rogie out for 4 weeks. Or the Warnock drinking game. Oh, that you put in the Discord. Yeah, yeah, we could try that. We'll do that over one of the summer games, the summer weeks, where we obviously haven't got anything to do in the save, or we're looking for a new team or whatever. We'll do that. Rogie being out is a big blow. That is a big blow. Look at this. Creation. Tactics. There you go. I've seen Dean Smith has got the Leicester job on a temporary interim basis. Has he? That's cool. I like Dean Smith. I think he was harshly treated by Villa. And I think obviously when He Who Shall Not Be Named turned up, I'm glad He Who Shall Not Be Named did a dreadful job. Shocking at Norwich. Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, probably. At least they've not gone with Rafa. Yet. Bolton look like they drew a Millwall. We're back into second. Oh, the Tunnock's ones, Jay. Swindon, Chesterfield, Shrewsbury, Gillingham, Colchester, West Brom. We don't play Bolton, no. 18th, 13th, 17th, 4th, 1st, 10th. Quite a good run in that. In the fact that it's all the teams that we're going to lose against, and then we'll beat we'll beat Colchester and West Brom, and we'll lose to everyone else who's like below us. 3 more wins. Fingers crossed. I'm going to the toilet 2 seconds though, so bear with me. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Only thing I do know is we're not finishing the season tonight. Sorry to set everyone's expectations there. Because I've got work in the morning. I know, Dan. I know. Thing is, there's part of me going, yeah, we could do it. We could totally do it. Totally do it. But then I am thinking, you know what's better is to hold it off and get everyone in. Tomorrow will see us be successful. Not tomorrow, but Wednesday. We've got a playoffs meeting tomorrow, so we're not going to be able to get on tomorrow night unless the playoffs meeting is quick. Will we get done? Maybe. We might get done. We'll see. If we do, I'll let you know straight away and be like, right, come on. Go. Ignore all these scouting players. We don't need to know about the scouts. Tomorrow is straight say bonus stream Tuesday. It's possible. I say we've got a meeting in the evening, so takeover complete. Previously had a job at Provicelli. Okay, very nice. No plans to inject an investment. I'm sure I heard bonus stream. You may well have done. To be fair, I might as well have the playoffs for Huddersfield as well. Yes. Repair the club's financial damage. Yeah, we've spent quite a bit of money apparently, despite the fact that things seem fine in terms of the budget. I mean, they're the ones that demand more money. Just go in and go, like, just in case you know, the last chairman told us we could have loads of money, right? Now, I don't know if he's mentioned it to you or not, but you know, you might want to have a little look down the back of the sofa. Probably as a loan, yeah. Corporate takeover at Bristol gave me a January transfer kitty of £15 million. I mean, nice, don't say too much, but if they give us 40 million quid in the summer, then yeah, we're within the budget. Request wagon wheel sponsorship. A few quid in change from the pints today if that's of any use. All right, stick it in. We'll have a kitty at the end of the game. I think we'll be fine. Okay, over the top. Hughes is in for Carnal, by the way, because obviously Hughes had a bit of an issue conceding goals in the last match. Batty's dropped back to left wing back. His ball's back in. Feels lucky back to work tomorrow and do not want to. Yeah, I get that. I know what you're about, Luffy. It's part of the problem of a bank holiday weekend, isn't it? It's a big one. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday is going to feel like the worst Monday in the world. Stacey checks back inside. Dempsey, Curran, straight down the keeper. Colchester beating Rotherham. Bottom worked Friday and today. Oh, Quid's in. Had the week off, have been relaxing until tonight, and then now already 10's here's Crimin. How does he miss that? How? Rashaw's worked a lot as well. I think he'd be working people before I roll over for another 3 hours sleep or so. Price. Penalty. Was that a Panenka? Get that clip of the age. Oh. Beautiful. Absolute filth from ball. That's what he's doing. He scored penalties all season. It's going to feel weird if we get promoted, then just leaving straight away from Huddersfield, going like, nothing we can do next season. Just got to go. 1-0 up. 1-0's good. They're tiring. Stacey, Dempsey, Hughes, Boyle, Curran, Crimin, great ball. Price is through. Ball's played in from Stacey, I think it was. Nice, Dan. Appreciate that. Thank you. Great penalty, wasn't it? Price with a free kick. Oh. What a strike. Here we go. Here we go. Totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Sheffield Wednesday promoted left for Dundee United the following week. Dundee United is available. Smithy. Stacey inside for Crimin. It's Price. Curran's going to go on the inside. He's gone down again. Second penalty. Boyle again. No mistake. Bottom corner, 3-0. Brought Zenk on now as well. Great. He's very, very good at penalties, this ball. Very good. Disappointed he didn't Panenka that one as well. Just doesn't care enough, does he? Plus 24 goal difference. I know they say it's like an extra point, but the fact that Bolton are level on points with us at this point, I'd rather have an extra point. I'm sure that's Mehmet, who used to play at Oxford for us. Hugel, who we looked at as well. Good crossing, good save by Rachel, but again, no one's marking at the back post. Clean sheet bonus have gone. Don't clear away. 3-1. Swindle might not seem to respect us, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Take that. Colchester 2-1. He scored again. Looks good, that lad. Zenk out for a week again. Preparation again. Match review. Tactics, teamwork, just do all the same things we've been doing previously. Bonding. Technical, chance creation, chance conversion. Set pieces. Let's get this Chesterfield game done. This feels like a big match again, doesn't it? They all feel like big matches now. Every match just has an extra bit of pressure on it. Arsenal job's available, Dan. Finally get some redemption there. No. Imagine that, League One Huddersfield to Arsenal. Oh, they're happy with the financial progress being made. So every match is a big match. Yeah, exactly. But it's good as well that it feels like it, isn't it? Like it feels like that there's something happening right now. Oh. Come. Try and relax. Away from home. Chesterfield. Keep the press at bay. Don't go silly. Chesterfield, 12th, 17th, 6th, 1st, 10th. The Arsenal job offer, I'll buy a hat and eat it. All right, well, we'll see. Nobody, you never know. You never know, Dan. Crazy things have happened on this stream. Crazy things might happen. Can we stream the high? Yeah, absolutely. £3 Patreons. I know, do it live. Everyone gets a chance to see it. It'd be good because we haven't been sacked before. You know what I mean? Arsenal fans love a bit of TJ Ball. I think they will. I think they'd like it. I haven't been sacked for a while, so maybe this is the right time to do it. Right. Dempsey for Coates. Actually, you know what? Dempsey for Grant, maybe. We would. I speak for all of us. I like the fact that it's now a unanimous decision. It's like, yes, actually, yeah. It turns out we would actually quite like it. Hughes for Carnell, maybe? Ward up front. There we go. You haven't seen what he did in the beta. I did. Yeah, I was dreadful. To be fair, you've probably got enough time to watch it all. That's how little we did at Arsenal. What I quite liked was the fact that most people only take one team in the beta. I managed to get 2 teams in the beta and get a season finished. Rather see you got Sunderland get emotional over it. I think Sunderland would be the one, wouldn't it? Let's go get ourselves a promotion with Sunderland. Latest scores. Right, we need to keep our eyes on Colchester away at West Brom. We've got to play West Brom as well. Let's go positive. Bolton have just come from nowhere. Bolton have taken it against Bradford. You experience more of the beating than others. Yeah, exactly. I want to try a load of teams rather than just one team. It's boring, isn't it? Batty's away. Go on, Batty. Inside Ward doesn't go for it. Tackles well though. Good tackle. Really wasn't going to put much effort in there, but he's won the ball back, but then we've lost it again. Babbage. I'd rather see Tony manage Man City here on the board says when Tony agonises over 125 grand he's got 200 million pounds. I would as well. I absolutely would. Great ball. Paul Ward's 19th of the season. Should we loan another squad player in? That's what I'll be sitting there going, I don't know. I mean, we've got a goalkeeper. Do we need another one? looking for like Bosman's. He's out of contract. We can get him. I had him at Oxford. And Colchester scored. It's a poor ball into the corridor of uncertainty. Good ball through. There's Price. Curran. Harrison. Grant. Boyle over the top. 19th of the season. He came good eventually. He did eventually. He did. It took his time though, didn't it? He took his time. We knew there was a player in there somewhere. I found this player called Blakey before. Guys, this is DJ Pedro. He'll lead us to glory. I mean, imagine that though. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Colchester beating West Brom. It becomes a way of life when you manage lower league teams. You can't help but be frugal at every club. This is it. This is it. Rogi understands. Raju understands. It's scary to have any money at all. For me, it is. Yeah. Bradford have equalised against Bolton. We've just given the ball away. We should have been punished there. Bradford are now 2-1 up against Bolton. Unbelievable. Tell you what, let's put... I'm tempted to put Crimin in instead of Walker, because we need to hold the ball up somewhere. Looking more at the results than anything else. Can't see the Colchester game just yet. Presuming they're still winning though. Let's try and keep the game as it is right now. Calls for Harrison. Yeah, maybe. That's a good point. Actually, I go double DM. Price isn't playing well as knackered he is, but we've not got anyone else who can play a wide right, sadly. So we might have to carry a passenger for the next few minutes. Batty. Crimin, put your foot through it. Oh. Great effort. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's put Gardner out there, actually. In fact, you know what? Coates is nervous, Dempsey's not. Dempsey on there. Put a wide player out there. Defensive winger, hopefully won't get too far forward, be able to sort of help. Could maybe move Grant out there, really, if I'm thinking about it fully, but too late now. Corner. Already made our change. Headed away. Great tackle by Gardner. Ball's away. Right, let's make that final change there. Drop Biggs back as well. See if we can hold out this 1-0. Play the game. Even Jabbers, yeah, 13. Just about finished 13 as well, actually. We'll finish it tomorrow night. This has been since the first day of release, actually. This is one season, like one save we're going to play. We're not going to do anything else in the game, to be honest. Rachel holds on to it. That's what we want. Safe hands. See the game out. Please, nothing silly. Just clear it. Please, please, please. That'll do. Away we go. Oof. Free kick. Take a yellow for that. Yeah, come on, ref, this is enough. I've had more than enough time. Jabber's in with a follow, appreciate that. Huge 3 points. 3 shots, 2 on target. That was a nervy one. That was a very, very nervy one. Colchester got the win against West Brom. Puts us 3 points clear of Salford and Bolton. Still 2 points behind Colchester. Journeyman save. British Steel challenge, Jabbers. British Steel. So the plan is to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. We've won 8 trophies out of a possible 35. We're hoping to get promotion this season out of League One. If we do that, we can tick another trophy off. But it's been tough. It's been very, very tough. It's been a lot of fun though. And we're just about. I mean, look, we said we can go on a run, didn't we? We said we can go on a run. There's not long left. I think we have to do tomorrow night, don't we? We have to do tomorrow, I think. Let's keep our eyes peeled, shall we? Let's have a little think about what we do in terms of timings tomorrow. Let's see who's about as well, because obviously that's part of what we do now, is go and jump over and see who's going to be, who we can raid, because this has been great. I've enjoyed this. I think we're in there. I think we're in there. Can't stop now. You'll kill the luck factor. I know, but then if I do another one and then another one, like we'll be on till 1 easily, and then we're going to be like, and then it'll go on for longer than that, because they'll be like, oh, you know, are we actually finished? We don't know. No Michael Owen at all. No Michael Owen. We have to take that off. And even if people cash in, just don't do it. Just don't do it, right? Okay? There's no Michael Owen. I am worried. I am worried for us thinking about clicking go. And just do I just save the computer and just like don't touch it? What happened to Sunderland? Did they change their manager? No, Kyle McFadden apparently has just been given a bit of a vote of confidence, apparently. Okay. Arsenal's still an option though. Birmingham, Swansea. I mean, these are all things that might happen. No Michael Owen until the title's in the bag. That seems fair. That seems fair. I apologise. Don't worry like the moon. We got there in the end. We've managed to fix it. You know, it took a little bit of time from ourselves, to be honest, but here we are. We're all sorted. Yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it? We tried. We got as close as we can do. I think what we do now is take a bit of a Paul Ward scored internationally as well. Look at that. Brilliant. Yeah, let's go and do a little raid and see who's up to some interesting stuff, shall we? There we go. This will be the one. Right. Tier 10 English leagues. Seems like our sort of thing, doesn't it? Guy's not got many people in. He's not been going for very long, so make sure you drop him a follow. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled. It might be tomorrow. It It will definitely be Wednesday. Eyes on Discord, eyes on Twitter. We're going up. Surely. Take it easy. See you all soon. Bye now.
I don't really pay attention to it, but I still have some London Colney. That's Arsenal training ground. It is. What the fuck?